Hi folks, it's Rob from Brush and Boltgun. Today I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on how to paint iron barred doors. Okay, so the first colour that we're going to use is Citadel Mechanicus Standard Grey. Now as always, it doesn't have to be this specific grey as long as it's a darker shade. You can start off with that one and then build up some lighter layers to do highlights. Like so. The second base colour that we're using is Citadel Leadbelcher. Now again, any silvery kind of metallic will work. I like this one because it's quite dark, so it's a good base to use for this kind of door. Now this is a very quick and easy method of painting these up, getting them look decent for when you're playing. But you can add extra details to it later on when you're finished if you wanted to. Just finish off the metallics and then come back and start with the shades. The first and only shade that we're using for the base colours is Citadel Nuln Oil. You give a good coat of this to both the metal and the stonework around the door. Obviously you can do the door frames in different colours for whatever colour stone that you want to do. I usually do everything in grey just because it's probably the easiest method that I know how to do. It's pretty quick to do as well, so that's why you'll notice the grey stone frames on a lot of the scenery. Now we're going to be reapplying the Citadel Mechanicus Standard Grey. I'm just going to apply this quite thick to the stonework, so you're leaving the shade within the recesses and around the edges where it joins onto the metal frame. Like so. Now we're going to be using a little bit of white with the Mechanicus Standard Grey to lighten that up and doing a highlight on these blocks. Now you can just use a lighter shade of grey, but what we're using here is a sort of like half circle, like a crescent shape at the bottom of the highlight, and then taking that all the way up to the top of each brick. And that just gives it as though the light's catching the top a little bit. They always paint the side of these frames, even though if there was a wall they'd be encased in it, but I like to paint the sides as well. Now I'm just going to add a little bit more white so it's a really pale grey. And all we're going to be doing is highlighting the edges of each of the stones. So you're going to go up the inside of each of the stones, across the top and across the other side as well. Then across each side and each surface on the top. You don't want to be highlighting the bottom edge of the stone because the light wouldn't catch that. So it's just the vertical stone corners and also the top of each stone and the top edge. Now we're going to use Citadel Agrax Earthshade, and that is going to be to do a little bit of weathering on the door. So we're putting some of this around each of the bolts on the door. Now depending on how weathered you want the door and how used you want it to look. If you want it to look old and quite unused, you can add quite a bit of Agrax Earthshade to this. It makes it look like kind of dirty and just before it starts to go rusty look. So we're going to put this down where the bars join together and also on each of the bolts. Now I'm doing a little section extra here using Agrax Earthshade, because what you can do is from the bolts you can do a little run of Agrax Earthshade just to make it look like there is some rusty water running down from where the bolts are. You can also do this around the bottom of each of the spikes, so the water collected there and corroded the metal a little bit. And you can also do it around the bottom stones of the frame. some quick and easy weathering. Now the final thing that we're going to use is a little bit of Citadel Necron Compound, a dry paint. We're just going to be using this to get the edges of the metal bars shiny. Now you don't have to use this dry paint, you can go back to using the Leadbelcher and do a little tiny bit of dry brushing. Dry brushing is where you get some of the paint on the brush. You wipe a lot of it off so there's not much on there, and then you just gently brush that over the surface and that'll leave the shine on it, like so. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future content. Also think about subscribing to some of our other social media linked below. Thanks very much.